Day 3 of the remapping of the piggyback ECU AEM. We're going to start this day by driving to the gas station and putting some gas in the tank, and wish us luck, because gas station is right here and this is not registered yet, still with Texas plates and all that stuff, so I might even take that out of the car right now. Excited, but apparently when I hit boost, it actually likes it and gets a little leapy. Third gear though. Woo! Alright. We're gonna do it. Let's start recording this really quick. Alright. Some gas on this baby. And let's get going. So apparently it's running lean when it's idling, but it's running like super good when I have a little boost. So I'm gonna figure that out. Computer is in the car, so I'm recording as much as I can, and I can analyze later. Alright, so we're gonna head back home. I'm gonna record again, and let's rock. Let's do it, boys. check engine light is gone. Not sure why. And I'm recording every single moment. And we made it home. There we go. Yeah. Man.
I don't know what was that sound.
What was that? Alright guys. So let's do a little pool again and let's see where it's getting stuck, and I'm also going to measure the air-fuel ratio to be sure that it's not first pool. I'm gonna save this as a first pool. First pool. Alright. Now we're gonna do it again. Ideally, I would need to see what was the RPM. Not good at 4,000 RPM. I don't know the boost though. So let's do another one. Gonna run again. Log, second pool. And it's gonna open. Nice. This is gonna be second pool. I can get pool by pool and no second pool. All right. It goes all the way to 4,000 RPM. So that was the third pool. That was actually the best one. I just need to wait for it to open. Oh, I didn't record it. Idiot. So technically I gotta go slow to like 3,000 RPM and then floor it. Second gear. 3,000. Whoa, that was a nice pool. So let's do So the fourth spool, I need to see what happened, and it needs a little more fuel because it's just getting there and getting stuck. So that's what I think. Oh, my face! Dude, this is awesome! Wow. So the check engine light is on. I know why. But I was able to idle and do all these pulls. And I hope this smell is not from my car. No, it smells like barbecue unless I forgot a steak in there. And we made it safe and sound. Alright, yeah, I guess I'm just going to go with you all on my fuel map and see how it looks. You can see the progress, you know, as I'm doing this. I don't even know where to look at. And you know, it's, as you know, I'd never done that before, and I don't claim to know what I'm doing. I'm just using my logic, you know, to get this done, and it's kind of working. So yeah, so I'm gonna show my table, you know, so you see how it is, or make your comment, you know, maybe you know where it is and say, Marcos, you're doing it wrong here, or I mean, any comment would be appreciated. At this point, I do not know what I'm doing. The car is not spooling all the way. It's stopping at 45 RPM, 4500 RPM, so we still have like 5, 6, 7, till 7 it reaches red, so we have a ways to go. I do not see that the problem is the wastegate is opening, because I can't just hear the wastegate letting the air go, but let's see, let's figure it out. Okay, so with the data that we collected running the car, so we have this here, which was the configuration we were running, all the maps, right? Ignition map, MAF map, fuel map. We also have the O2 map, and can't forget that if you go to settings and view the AFR, we got this map in here also, which does not look good because this is supposed to be 0, and I don't know what is in there, and I want this to calculate. So this is one of the things that I was doing when I was in the car, and you know, calculating all of this, doing all of this stuff. We'll make those tables here. So for example, I just change here. When I click in here, all the values are going to change, because that's how it is. So it gets the table, it builds the table for you, saying if you receive this many votes, so this is the air fuel ratio. So I'm gonna they change what is sent to the map. But anyway, this is what I had in there, and of course we still have problems, so we need to figure it out. It's like in this table here, where was the problem, right? So we can narrow down by the RPM and the PSI. So it was exactly here. So we expand the bottom and the top. So we need to analyze this in here and see what is wrong. Maybe it's right this here, because it's injecting too much fuel out of nowhere, but I don't think we reached there. And those are the logs. So you see here, this was the last spool. And then you can see, for example, engine speed, 2000 RPM, and then probably here, you can see here on this side,
2000 RPM, and engine load 6.8 PSIA, which is no boost. So when you reach 15 is boost. So here we reach 11, and then we kept going, 12, 13, 15. So this is boost right in here. Okay, so when I hit boost, my foot was on the throttle 39.70%. So 40% of the throttle was squished, was floored, was pressed. I don't know, whatever you want to say. And this was how much fuel I was injecting. minus 67.19% of the original time that it says open. So the factory ECU says open this for this many milliseconds or microseconds. And because our injectors are too big, we say open for those microseconds, but because the injectors are bigger, cut that whatever microseconds is there by 67%. So cut 67% of like 10 microseconds, right? So it's gonna be open for 4 microseconds, less than 4, 3.3, 3.2 and some, right? So in here, we keep going up, and then we hit the wall right in there. So you see 22.2 PSI. I went ahead, PSIA. So I went ahead and look into 22.2. I want to see like how many PSIs we did. So we did 7.5 PSIs. So that's what the car ran. And throttle was almost 100%. I don't think it's very accurate because I'm pretty sure I was flooring it. And 61, 60, and now 22.5 at 44, and then it starts going down. But you can't quite see in here, so we are going to zoom in. I'm just showing you what I'm going to do to find out what is wrong, right? So those lines are much better. You can see here, for example, this 4600, this was the top 22.5 load, which is PSIA, and then it started going down, right? But it also shows that my foot was getting out of the throttle, so that's normal. My foot got out of there. I asked to reduce the speed, and then it did reduce the speed. So this one doesn't quite count for us to debug, but this is what I need to do. I need to look at those data in here and see if I can find where the problem is, if there is a problem. Maybe it's going too fast to the RPMs. I'm not paying attention, but I also need to be able to send the air fuel ratio in here. So I might need to connect my wideband oxygen sensor in there on the AEM so I can get that here and know, because here I don't know if it was running lean or not. I just know that the fuel was 62.5% and going down, but the RPM is still the same, and my throttle was the same. Oh no, my throttle wasn't the same. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Probably tomorrow we'll have more. Again, I do not claim to be the expert. I do not claim to know what I'm doing, because I don't. So don't follow me yet. I'm just showing you, I mean, it's up to you. I'm trying to find numbers from someone. Nobody has a number. So those are numbers. You know how my car's running. I don't know if it's doing any damage to the engine so far. I don't think so. You saw the car running. The air fuel ratio gauge is a must-have. What I didn't have before, I was tuning the car and just making it run and idling and stuff, but it was running lean. God, I didn't floor it or anything, because it could have been bad, right? So that's it. I hope
you enjoy. I hope you were enjoying this AEM saga, because I am. I think it's super cool to do all that stuff, you know, stuff that I've seen people doing in my cars when I was younger, or my 20s, and in Brazil, reflashing my ECU, and I would see those Excel spreadsheets and all that stuff. And I was like, man, this is so rad, and now I'm doing this. So this is one of the reasons why I didn't take this someone yet. I don't know, I just enjoy learning, and if I can, you can too. So let's figure it out. Alright, don't forget to leave that thumbs up and make a little comment. I know that you guys been awesome making comments. I had one video that was viral, and it was unfortunate because I was recharging the air conditioner with a friend, and we were having so much fun, but for some reason I think people get on that video with the impression that is a how-to instead of being me doing this, you know. And yeah, it got lots of views, but a bunch of thumbs down, and I think YouTube got sick of promoting that. But you know, from 176 videos so far, YouTube found probably 3 or 4 more, so views every day are very high, and I thank you guys for all of this. This is helping me a lot, but I still need you to click on that subscribe button right, I'm gonna say that's right here this time. Alright, and I'll see you in the next video.
Look past my face. See status. I mean, it's a McDonald's.